Hello, everybody. It's me again, Elby, the host of Rams of Baghdad, coming to you live from the home of Rams of Baghdad, my home, flanked right now by quality programming brought on FXM, the movie FX channel. Joining us today, Mary. What channel are you watching behind you right now?
My study channel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. There's a cat in a box on the floor.
The Cat in a Box channel,
Yeah.
a classic, really. I mean, everyone loves a good Cat in a Box. Jake, you got a channel that he's playing behind you, maybe of some kind.
I got some notes on a whiteboard.
Notes on a whiteboard, another classic.
And there's another whiteboard there that my neighbors threw in the trash when they're moving out.
Okay.
I was like, perfectly good whiteboard.
Okay. Probably should turn that off because hasn't like Twitch been doing like copyright strike stuff or takedown stuff or like random stuff? Isn't that what Twitch does now?
I don't know if any music. If that doesn't really seem recognizable. Like it's poor enough quality. I think you're fine.
Wow. Talking about my TV and my camera quality all in one thing. That's really quite the takedown, Mary, but I appreciate it. You guys have a good week. Happy July 5th, 2020. Happy Independence Day, as it is.
Yep.
As it is.
Good old fireworks until midnight.
2 in the morning.
Till midnight,
here.
Yeah, all right. I was out there. I was out there at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, what can you do?
You live on the middle of nowhere, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's surprising that you can hear fireworks. Like, I'm in a big, dense suburb, so it's not that surprising, but...
Yep, it's a lot. Well, right behind, there's a swamp, all right? I don't know how the hell they get out there, but every year, a bunch of hooligans, a bunch of drunken fools somehow end up way out in the swamp, lighting up fireworks, hearing them cackle like wolves out there. Literally thought as I was standing there lighting up some artillery shells into the air, like, is there wolves out there or is it just people laughing? And it was people laughing, echoing through the swamp up the mountainside as it is to my house. It's very strange. It's a very strange experience last night.
That's the least scary, like, haunted anything story ever.
Okay. What if it was a wolf, though?
It's a real funny joke.
It'd be a lot scarier if it wasn't 4th of July and also fireworks.
Yeah.
If you just heard random laughter from the swamp, that would be way creepier.
Okay. I'll make sure to pencil that in for my forthcoming memoir, Lives and Times Without, where I note in some spooky ghost stories. I'll add those in. One day I was just walking in the swamp and I heard laughter.
So this guy's got a weird life. Like, everything's haunted where he goes.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't seem true. He said he walked on the moon, but he definitely did not do that. I can look. And that's what I want to do. A fake autobiography. Just lots of credited events that just never happened. That's my goal. To reach that point.
Great.
Blend a line. Lies. And fictitious tales. Much like the fictitious tale of what's been going on our Minecraft server, which none of you know about.
Yeah.
I went on there a little bit. And I walked outside of the starting area and I found a cat. And I was like, hey, how do I make the cat friendly? Somebody told me, and then I had a cat follow me around.
No. It's life in Minecraft, really, you know?
And it walked into the nether portal. And we had to go rescue it.
It walked into the nether portal?
Yeah, it was following me around and it walked into the nether portal. And I was like, where did my cat go? I was like, I think because the server's running on one of our friends' computers in his house.
Right, yeah.
So I thought the server like fucked up and the cat just like disappeared or like clipped through the world or something and died. I was like, aw, bummer. And then later that afternoon, somebody else on the server was like, hey, your cat's in the nether. It's just chilling at the portal. It's like, oh, great.
Well, that's good he didn't get hurt or anything.
Yeah, it helped that the portal has like a covered area around it that they built, like a hallway. So it just kind of hung out, and then we had to go out there, and I tried to coax it back in, and it wouldn't, and then had to get a rope. It's like some like plug-in they had on the server.
A lead? Yeah, you use those leads.
Yeah, I had to throw it on the kitty, and then go through the nether portal.
And pull him. Just go, come on.
Yeah, and it worked. So, he's now in one of our friends' house, just hanging out. Because I have not been back on the server.
I feel like people went into your house at some point, and there are like a lot of cats in there.
Whoa, it's getting dirty back there on the TV.
See
oh, they cut away. They cut away. It's fine.
Okay. Keep an eye on that. We don't want to get a PG-13 rating on this stream. We want to keep it very kid friendly. But yeah,
that was kind of funny. It was like a good Minecraft story. It was like I had to go into the nether and go rescue my cat.
Poor cat. I don't want my cat anymore. They don't do anything. They just meow all the time in Minecraft. It's a real nightmare. Just like in real life.
They sleep on your bed.
I know.
Aww.
Yeah. It was kind of funny because I was planning on just kind of setting up an area using somebody else's, like, they have like a starting thing or something.
Yeah.
And the bed was on like the bottom of like this, just, I didn't have stairs or anything. It was just kind of a hole you just had to jump out of. And the cat would like top rope, like run down and just like go into the sleeping animation and then fall all the way onto the bed. It was pretty funny.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
I'm being told by the chat that there are ocelots that you can.
There are ocelots. Yes. I've never seen an ocelot, but there's ocelots out there.
I've seen one in real life, but that's it.
So have I, actually. I've also seen an ocelot. Maybe. Or a mink.
Seen bobcats before.
Or a ferret.
Lynx.
An ocelot is like a bobcat, so you wouldn't confuse it with a ferret. I don't know.
Ocelot is like...
Or a possum. A ferret and a possum.
Okay. Fair.
I don't think they have them all the way up where you are, unless you went to like a zoo.
I thought an ocelot was like a ferret, so maybe I've never seen an ocelot.
No.
They're kitties.
They're cats. Okay, well, that's fair.
You guys have
wild kitties.
Just have ocelots? I thought that was.
Yeah,
I thought
in
it was
Texas.
Like a,
Yeah.
No idea. Had no idea.
The one I saw was in captivity, but
Oh.
yeah, it was. They are native to Texas.
I'm looking at pictures. That's a cat. Oh, yeah, that's a cat. They got a cute face. Very cute looking. Very slender. Very smiley. Big eyes.
We just have mountain lions here. Just murder mittens.
Murder mittens. Yep, that's what we have too. Just scare me. Bears, I'm fine with a bear. A bear comes up to you, you're gonna be fine. You know, and it's the mom, then you got a different problem. I mean, obviously, right? But let's say just a random bear, solo bear, comes up to you, you're fine. Black bears are babies. They're like children. They will run away from you if you make noise. Bobcat, though, comes up to you in the woods. You gotta get eaten. Or
bobcats are tiny, though. Yeah, you'll get fucked up, but...
They have big paws.
Big paws.
Though. Yeah, big paws, big claws. They will mess you up if they get scared. It's way worse than like a domestic house cat.
Just like my local zoo, Claws and Paws. Animal shelter. They got
That's
claws.
not a zoo.
It's
That's
not
a
a
shelter.
zoo. What the hell?
Claws and Paws. I think it's a zoo. Claws and Paws.
That sounds like a shelter.
It's an animal park. I don't know what that means.
Oh, is it like one of those where they like rescue wild animals, but you can also like see them, the ones that they can't release back into the wild or whatever?
There's a YouTube channel of a couple in Russia that have a mountain lion from one of those, and he's like a little runt. He's like the size of a dog, and he's fully grown, and he's got like, I don't know, back issues or something, would never be able to survive. And he's like a big cat. Like just watching the videos, he just behaves like a house cat. It's crazy. He's adorable though.
Can we resync real quick? Because I believe I've unsynced it. I believe I may have unsynced it. Okay, here we go, everybody. Unsynced. I don't know what to tell you. Welcome back, everybody, to Rums of Baghdad. I don't know if it's back, but
no, we're back. We're back.
Hey, welcome back. All right, house cats.
Yeah.
House cats. Clouds and Paws is a animal petting zoo and animal park where you can pet some deer. Is what it says on their website. Their website is also from the 1980s. It's pretty old. There's a picture of Jethro, the giraffe. Jethro loves people, and people heart that's too close to the letters, so it's not properly spaced. Love Jethro too! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! And there's Jethro. Good old.
This website is something.
It's real. It's also a bright yellow.
Are we sharing links to like local?
Yes, local, really old websites. If you have any, I love really old websites.
It looks like it was made in 1998. Like it's all about the frames. It's just wow.
Check this one out. This one's for the place where I always board my cats when I go places. Their site's not great.
Okay. Should I link? Does somebody link?
I did. It's in.
Okay,
Claus. Yeah,
good.
Mary got it.
Thank you, Mary.
Go to the kitty lodge. That's where the cats go for.
Let's go to the kitty lodge. The kitty lodge.
Oh God.
The internet is freaking out on your end.
My end?
Oh, they have a link for the Houdini Museum on here.
Of course.
Do they really?
Yes.
That's like the only thing you guys are fucking famous for, apparently.
We could do a whole tour. I've told Zachary we could do a whole tour.
Who picked yellow for this? This is goddamn bright.
Yeah, I told you.
Jesus.
So good.
It's like you threw a flashbang into the chat. My senses have been assaulted. Ugh.
I mean, they had to have the same person design both websites, because you go to Houdini Museum, it's also like wild. A wild ride of websites from my local area. It's a lot. It's a lot.
The site for the Kitty Lodge at least has like sort of a theme and like color, like.
Of course.
I found the podcast image.
Okay. Oh shit! Oh, look at that bird. Very excited. It's actually me. Actually, that's my excited face when we went to Claus Paws. There it is. Probably do have an actual picture of when we went to Claus Paws. It's it's like probably like half an hour drive from where I live. But it's we went there a lot. Field trips, school field trips, all kinds of things like that.
I just had to take one of my cats in to get weighed. Just like a quick reweigh from when they had their checkup. That was really weird. Just like the whole pandemic thing and how they're doing stuff. Like I had to pull up and then call the place and be like, hey, I'm here. And they're like, okay, just leave your cat at the door. I was like, okay. It's like I'm abandoning a baby like on somebody's doorstep.
Leave your cat at the door and walk away.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I was sitting in my car for like 10 minutes, and I was parked on like the sidewalk is on my passenger side, and had all the windows up, had the AC on, just on my phone or whatever. And one of the vet techs walks out, and she like kind of flags me down, and we talk about whatever. She's like, "Yeah, hey, he's back to healthy weight. You're all good," and. She was walking away and she's like, oh, your cat's right here too, because I didn't see her bring the carrier out and I couldn't see over the passenger side door. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. I had to get out, grab him. But that Same thing with the dentist, dude. Like you have to call it, you have to pull up, you have to call. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts right now.
We have a mask mandate right now in Oregon.
Nope.
We
Us
finally do too in Texas.
Yay!
And our governor
Yeah.
our governor just straight up said, "Hey, if we have to shut down again, it's your fault." Like just straight up, it was like, "This is on you."
It's true. I'm very, very happy with Pennsylvania's response. It's been very good so far. So, fingers crossed. We won't have to wear a mask for the rest of our lives. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope we have a quote unquote like normal 4th of July next year.
That'd be
Like,
nice.
it would be nice to be able to go out and actually see fireworks instead of hang
Mhm.
out in my backyard. But that wasn't bad either because they had the lunar eclipse going on and made fancy ass steaks in the backyard. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I had elk burgers at my folks' place last night. Delicious.
Neat. I just had hamburgers and hot dogs.
Well, we made a ton of hamburgers too, but those are going to be eaten like after I get off of this podcast, probably. I'm gonna have
Nice.
a hamburger.
I'm making hummus. Now that's what I'm making after this podcast. That's my goal after this podcast. Well, to the most relaxed version of the podcast now, where I just talk about stuff I want to talk about and we want to talk about.
I mean, I haven't been on in like a month, so
We were very chill now.
Also, there's no video games
There's
out,
nothing
so yeah.
and I actually played
There's
some
no
shit
E3.
other than like Tarkov for a change. So
That's good.
Let me cover a couple things that I played, and then we can swing around to
Okay.
you, Jake. I played Minecraft Dungeons with Rachel Cans.
Why?
We actually had a lot of fun with it, mainly because we were, I don't know, messing around, shooting creepers.
Yeah, like
Like-
if you have somebody else, I guess it
Yeah.
would be tolerable. It's so boring.
It's so weird too. Like the drops are like you get drops sometimes, but a lot of times you're just using gems to like go to the merchant to buy like new equipment all the time. It's not like-
You buy a loot box basically.
Yeah.
You get a random item, and it's like it's not satisfying.
No, it's very strange. And then they like dump you out into the hub world, but nothing ever really changes in the hub world besides for like they add a couple vendors, which is like it would have been nice to add that kind of building element of Minecraft in there, maybe like we build up the area or something like that.
You do get a house at one point, but I stopped playing it, so maybe there's more.
Maybe they're coming out with DLC Into the Jungle, I believe is the DLC or Jungle something. All I saw was the picture of the DLC on the thing. So guess if you want more Minecraft Dungeons, you can get that. I
I
want to play
think-
more of that at some point.
The game actually needed more content inside of it. Like, I don't know why there's. I mean, it was cheap, but yeah, no.
Could have been cool though. Like that's the thing I was kind of disappointed in is you could have done a more straight like Diablo 3 kind of thing with like lots of droppable. Like you could have made it really neat, and they kind of went like, oh, we'll just make a small thing. I don't know. It just seemed like you're making the first game since Minecraft or whatever. You would want to go bigger for it and make it more of a, maybe like a $60 kind of level of content and polish. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It seems weird that they just went like, we'll make this little experience. Not that I hate it, but still.
They made a big deal about it, like when they first announced it, and I thought it was going to be a way bigger game
Yeah, me
than
too.
what it actually was. They kind of just farted it out and was like, "It's $20, whatever."
Indeed.
buy this or don't. Well, whatever.
It's on Game Pass. You can play it that way, I guess.
I've had a similar experience with Pokemon Cafe,
Yeah,
which is also, I think you played some of that, right, Mary?
yeah, I
haven't
did.
even heard
I
of that game.
Installed it.
It's
Um,
free on the Switch. Go play.
It's
for your
also on
mobile phone.
phones. It's like the Disney Tsum Tsum game or whatever. Like it's a puzzle game, but not really. It's I don't know.
You click
Like,
on a face of a Pokemon. You drag the Pokemon around to link it with all the other faces. Then you
That are the
release
same
your
type.
finger.
Yeah, the same Pokemon.
And it goes, ba-bang, you've got a match. And then it's a cafe game, so you're
Ba-bang.
trying to make recipes or whatever. Like, You're trying to make a really good cup of tea, but you need so many Charmander faces. And then also there's sugar cubes there that if you match a bunch of Charmander faces near the sugar cubes, you get the sugar cubes. It's that game.
It's like a less engaging Candy Crush.
Right.
I was kind of disappointed.
That sounds terrible.
It's bad.
I mean, the art style is super
very
nice.
cute.
It's cute, but I should delete it off of my phone.
I wouldn't say bad is probably it's free to start.
I mean, their Magikarp jump was more fun than
true.
this. Like, yeah.
I just like that they let them try different art styles for Pokemon. It's something I always want. It's something I wanted with Pokemon Snap was do a different art style.
Oh my god, that dude just got a knife in his throat in the background.
Oh my god.
These two ladies were making out, and then one of the ladies pulled a knife from back behind her and threw it in a guy's throat, and it distracted me. I'm sorry.
Mary's watching TV right now, actually. She's not on a podcast.
Through
terrible
your
about that.
camera.
Through a light.
It's like if I go to a restaurant, even if I'm like trying to talk with people, if something crazy happens in the background, I just, I'm mad.
Look at that.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's fine.
It's all good.
We're talking about Pokemon Cafe. You can derail it however you want.
Those ladies making out and then a dude getting a knife in his throat was way more entertaining than the Pokemon game.
It's true.
Sadly.
The fucking movie are we watching in the background?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Mr. Driller's Drillerland, Mary. Talk to me about Mr. Driller's Drillerland. Drilling through?
Yes, it's a very, 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 very good game. It's going to be on my top 10 games this year, even though
it's not hard.
It originally came out in 2002 for the GameCube, and I imported it. But I was actually going back and watching videos like of the GameCube version because I don't want to, like, the GameCube is hooked up, but it's in another room and I'm not going to bother going in there. Like, if I can just load up YouTube on my TV. And yeah, like, they did a good job on this Switch port. It is basically like a remaster. All of the sprites are redrawn. It's all very high res. It retains the original art style, but it looks super crisp. The music is fantastic. I have streamed this game before, like during Extra Life, and I'm just so glad like other people can play it now. Basically, it's like standard Mr. Driller, where you're digging down. It's kind of like Tetris. You need to avoid getting squished by falling blocks. If 4 blocks of the same color meet up, they'll typically like disappear, and then other blocks on top might fall down and squish you. You have to maintain an air meter at the same time. That's the standard Mr. Driller gameplay, and you just have to drill down to a set amount of meters to win. But this game also introduces a bunch of different gameplay variants. There's Drindy's Adventure, where you're playing as Mr. Driller's dad, who's the main character from Dig Dug. And it's basically like an Indiana Jones style variant. Yeah, his dad is Dig Dug. Yeah.
His dad is Dig Dug?
Yes.
Mr. Dig Dug?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Doug?
I didn't know there was more.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I got
too.
I got Mr. Driller and Dig Dug like mixed up. I was gonna say that earlier, but now,
His dad's divorced?
Family. Yeah.
What happened to Dig Dug?
The mom is some main character who's in some like Namco space game. I forget her name now, but they divorced, and yeah. Also, he has like a Racer X type older brother that just shows up out of nowhere, and he's cooler than the main character in Dig Dug.
What's his name again? I want to find out more about this relationship. Let me tell you, have an uncle? You have an aunt?
I should just link a wiki or whatever. You can see their family
yeah,
history.
the Wikia for the Dig Dug universe.
Oh, Holy shit, man! Big Doug's out here, huh? Oh, he had a kid. That's not bad. Good job, Drill Man. Good job, Doug.
Toby Masuyo, the main protagonist of Baraduke, is the mom. Yeah, I haven't played really any Baraduke, so whatever.
Baraduke? That's the mom? This is wild.
But yeah, there are like a bunch of different modes that are all themed around like different theme park attraction rides. There's a horror one that stars his brother Ataru, where you're collecting holy water and there are ghosts that'll like travel through the blocks, and you have to inject holy water into the blocks that have a ghost and then drill them so you can get crystals, and you need a certain amount of crystals to proceed. There's an RPG mode that stars Anna Hottenmeier, who is like the German girl, Mr. Driller, who's like Mr. Driller's rival. She does an RPG mode, and it's like Tower of Druaga, but you're collecting items, you fight wizards, you fight dragons, and you basically have to like go through a map. You have to collect keys. It's like a whole RPG mode. It's awesome. It's the best version of Mr. Driller ever, basically. I definitely recommend people look into it. The only thing that kind of sucks is that this remaster is $30, which is kind of expensive for like a game that came out in 2002 originally.
Yeah, seriously.
But this is the only way to play it in English, and I know eventually it'll get cheaper. Like, once it gets to $20, it's an instant buy for, like, everybody. Like, if you own a Switch and you like arcade puzzle games at all, like, I think there's also a free demo on the Switch, too, so you can actually try it out. But yeah, it's a fantastic package. Like, the artwork is great, the personality is great, the music is super great. The tracks are very, very good. Like, I would recommend looking up some tracks on YouTube too. Yeah, it's just super good. I've been playing it all the time, and it's nice to have it on a portable system too. Like, instead of on a GameCube, like I can play it on the TV if I want. I can play it while I'm watching something else, like watching the new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, which is what I've been doing lately.
A new Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
I have to watch that.
What's the Unsolved?
It's pretty good.
So, what's the Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix? What's going on?
It's Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay. Does this still have the awesome theme song?
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Awesome. I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great game. Like, the only thing is that it's fairly difficult. A lot of these modes are hard, but they did also add in with this port a new casual difficulty mode, so it's like the difficulty is way scaled down.
Huh.
I've just been playing it on normal because I've owned the game for like 20 years or whatever, so I'm used to it. But yeah, it's fantastic. Like, they did such a good job. It's better than the Katamari remaster, in my opinion.
Okay. So that's a hard thing to say, though. Better than the Katamari remaster.
I mean, the first Katamari game is pretty good, but in actuality, like, it's the sequel. That's the best Katamari game. So.
Of course, sure.
But this is the best Mr. Driller game ever. Like, it has so many different modes. It's the music and just, God, all of it is so fucking good. Like, if I were doing like a Game Pro style review, like the fun factor is 5, music, the graphics, like all of those. It's a video game, so I think it deserves to be reviewed that way, and it's all fantastic.
Video game.
What happened?
But yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know what happened to that relationship, man.
They haven't explored it yet. I guess there's opportunity for a sequel in that way. They could have something to do with Mr. Driller's mom. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to plug again, free demo on the eShop, so definitely try it out.
Check it out. I will check it out.
I need to check out that Animal Crossing update. My villagers are going to be pissed because I haven't been around in like 3 weeks.
I need to do that too. I'm going to be playing a lot of Switch next week anyway, because the remake of Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town is coming out finally.
Oh.
On Switch and on PC, but it's now Story of Seasons because of the whole Harvest Moon thing, Story of Seasons thing with Natsume.
Oh.
And yeah, I'm going to be playing a shitload of Switch, so...
Okay.
I'm going to be the weirdo that brings their Switch to doctor's appointments.
Hey!
Like, I have a bunch of them scheduled. They're long. I'm going to be farming it up in Mr. Drillering.
Farm it up in Mr. Driller. You know?
Yeah, do it.
Drillland. You know? Figure out what happened to their wonderful relationship, their wonderful happy family with 3 kids.
Taizo seems like kind of an idiot. Like, I can understand why the mom left. Like, she seems like a busy career woman.
Okay.
And Taizo is, yeah, he's a moron. Like, they make fun of him a lot in the cutscenes. The cutscenes are very amusing. Like, it's neat to see those in English.
You tried Dig Duggan. You tried getting down there and pumping up gas lines into monsters.
He's basically like the Homer Simpson of the Driller family.
Some of that. What's wrong with poor old Dig Dug, man? He's just trying. He's just digging, you know? He's a hard-working, blue-collar kind of guy. I don't know shit on Mr. Dig Dug. I don't like it at all.
He's a dummy, but he's lovable, so it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, here's a quote from the wiki. I'm sorry. Taizo has been identified as not being very intelligent. So, there you go.
Wow. He's been identified? What, the CIA running some kind of op out here going, I'm fucking gonna find this stupid motherfucker. Like, what the?
Oh, well, here's the rest of the quote. When he thought that money was food. So, he's fucking dumb.
I don't know. That's an easy mistake to make. People call it cheddar all the time, you know? I mean, it's delicious. Tell me I wasn't good. I'm pretty good. Pretty snappy. Idolmaster, Mary, let's wrap up Idolmaster.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I won't talk about it for very long at all. They're having their 3rd anniversary right now, and every time they have an anniversary of this phone game coming out, they make it a big fucking deal. So I've been playing a lot of it. It is multi-days. They have like a structured rest period where you're not allowed to earn any event points, so that way like people don't kill themselves playing it, basically. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's just a lot of Idolmaster all the time, so that's why I've started a couple other games, but I've barely gotten into them, so that's why I didn't list them on here. I'll talk about them next time. But yeah, Idolmaster, this is a different Idolmaster game from the one that I normally talk about all the time. This has the original Idolmaster characters along with a whole bunch of other ones, and also during this anniversary, they announced they're making an anime for it.
Ooh.
So maybe I will actually care more about the characters after I watch this anime. Right now, I just kind of like... This one has purple hair, and she likes video games, so she's my favorite. And that's kind of yeah, kind of shallow, but I'm having a lot of fun with it anyway, since it's like, oh, you get all these free rolls and free cards given out like crazy, just free shit. Play our game like you are going to die. So that's what I've been doing, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is it also being made by Studio Trigger? Because apparently Studio Trigger making all the anime right now. Is that
no, it's being made by the studio that did the Bang Dream, like 3D CG anime. You remember Bandori? Like, if DJ were here, he would know what I was talking about. But
oh, do I remember Bandori? Still dream of the nightmare of Bandori.
But the trailer they put out, even though it is technically 3D CG, it actually looks very good. Like, I was impressed. Like, I don't normally like CG anime, but this one actually looks halfway decent. And if they actually use it to its advantage and have like a lot of actual character movement, like, that's fine. It doesn't look like shit, so I'll give it a chance.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically all I've been playing. I also started the Sino Alice game in English. I talked about it before when it came out in Japanese. Like, it's still the same game. And surprisingly, adding English to it, even though it's like Yoko Taro written, it's like still, there's not much
Still
to
not?
it so far. So, whatever. Yeah. Whatever. I've been busy, so it's a lot of phone games lately.
That's fine.
It's disappointing, but yeah.
Let me talk to you then about not a phone game. Hey Jake, how's Tetris Effects doing?
Fuck Tetris Effect.
Oh god,
Oh.
he threw the grenade out there. Oh god, run.
The music thing's cool, and like how it kind of
Sure,
like
yeah.
it'll sort of match like your movements to the music, like it'll quantize it a little bit to fit in beat with the music. That's pretty cool. And like if you like clear a line or something on a drop on a song or whatever, that feels really good. But I am horrible at Tetris, and I
Same.
can't beat the last level on beginner. So
I struggled really hard when I played the demo for Tetris Effects for hours. Like, I was just not up to speed at all. I was just like, I don't know how to make matches. Oh god, everything moves so quick.
like I'm picking it up more and more. Like
yeah.
I never really used the hold function or the focus thing. I didn't even know it was there until I accidentally hit one of the triggers and it went off.
Oh, that's how you do it? Because I
Yeah.
was wondering. Yeah, okay.
Okay, huh?
Well, that'll make it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, and the difficulty spike at that is kind of ridiculous on that. Even on a beginner, like I can keep up with level 7, no problem. That's all right.
Right.
I can do level 7 all right, and then it's like, hey, for these last 30 lines, you got to do it at level 10. I got to 89 of 90 and I failed, and I about spiked my controller to the floor.
I would too. That's very.
And that after that was like 20. That was like 20 tries, and each one of them takes like 10 or 12 minutes, 10,
Yes,
15
yeah.
minutes, because it's a long ass stage. And I had to hear that fucking song over and over and over.
Is it a good song?
It's good like the first couple times you hear it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's any song. You listen to any song like 10 times and it just falls apart.
Yeah, like I wish they had checkpoints or something in there, because the way the levels start out so gradually, like with slow speed and everything.
It's like, hey, you made it past the first 2 levels on this stage. Cool, you got all this score built up. And then like the third level of the stage is some insane shit, and it completely breaks your...
Right.
And it's like, you got a D. It's like, of course I did, you fucking...
Goddamn game. Of course I did.
Have any of y'all played much Tetris 99
I have
before?
No.
Play a lot of
Okay,
Tetris.
that might help, because they ramp up the speed like pretty quickly, so you get used to just like plopping shit down
Also,
automatically.
I don't know if this is an issue with my controller or if it's an issue with the game, but it like I'm tapping the D-pad to move things over like one by one move, or like one step each press, and it seems like the threshold that the game thinks you're holding it is extremely small. Because I've had several times where I'm damn sure I hit it enough to just do it once, and it jumps 2 and it fucks me completely.
Okay. I could see that.
Like where I'm holding it just long enough for the game to think I'm trying to like hold it and move it over a bunch, and that has fucked me several times. And I'm just like, I don't think it's my controller.
Yeah.
But the music stuff's cool and all the visuals and stuff are cool, but the game got a little overhyped, I think.
Yeah, it's still Tetris. Yeah.
Yeah. And the VR mode is
Yeah.
the audio listeners can't hear that. I made the jerk off motion with my hand. It's like you get the same effect by turning off all the lights in your room. And then like zooming the thing all the way in. Like it doesn't even make the effects go around you or anything.
No, it's not like
it's like come on.
Like Rez was fancy, the VR version of Rez, especially the new levels. But
did anyone play Rez?
I did, yeah.
Okay, it was alright.
It was okay. But yeah, like the VR does seem kind of like an afterthought. Like it's mainly you're just looking at a screen.
Right.
I mean, I guess some of the effects are technically 3D, but it's not. Yeah.
Not overt in some way that like.
No.
Impressive. All right. Okay.
Like all the different
3D in the way you want. Okay.
All the different stages and stuff leading up to the last level, I guess, were kind of cool. Like they fit with the music. And it's like, hey, in this one, the squares are actually drums, or they're like, yeah. And I don't know, the music tech's cool, but I don't think I'm gonna go back to Tetris Effect.
Okay.
Life's too short to be raging at Tetris.
True. It's true. But is life too short for BattleTech?
Also, yes, because I can't get past the first level on that.
BattleTech. So that's the RTS kind of thing.
It's a turn-based, turn-based set in the BattleTech universe.
It's kind of XCOM.
So like Mech Warrior. Yeah, it's kind of XCOM-y.
You get a squad and you go in.
You got to manage heat and all that shit. Because the mission's like, hey, you got to survive like 4 fights in a row, and all of your team members have to survive. And it's like you got like a 5-minute tutorial. That's about it.
Oh boy. I mean, it seems neat.
Yeah, I want to see the rest of the game after the first fucking level.
Yeah, I can see that. Huh. I didn't even know. I don't think I knew this game came out.
There's the character creator's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like the character creator is oddly in depth for what you're making, which is just a player portrait that sits in the bottom of the screen. But you get to pick your call sign and stuff, and there's some really good random ones on there.
But you don't like customize a mech? You just get like whatever the game gives you, or
maybe, I don't know. It might be after the first level. The first level is like they just drop you in. You don't get to see any of the mechanics behind it, or like the mech bay or anything. So I'm guessing I'll see that if I ever finish the first mission.
I always felt like BattleTech was that to a certain extent, like a really intense sort of. They always had that kind of edge to them. Like, we want to be gritty and real. We're not Gundam. We're BattleTech. Got giant human-sized robots, Titans, but they're
horribly inefficient fighting machines, but that are awesome.
Absolutely. Huh.
very real robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they like worship them like statues. Like there's this weird kind of like religious vibe to the BattleTech universe, and there's some stuff in the like the opening cinematics where it's like there's some kind of coronation going on, and there's a bunch of people gathered up, and there's these two fucking mechs, and they have like sashes on. It's weird.
I'm gonna watch this intro cinematic now because I want to see this.
Yeah, dude, they're just like standing there like big monuments.
So did you get it because it was like on super sale?
It was on sale, and I wanted to pick it up and try it out because I'm kind of a fan of that franchise, the Mech Warrior stuff. So I'll get past that first level eventually.
I'm tempted to get it, hearing that it's like a hard strategy RPG, but I shouldn't spend money. I'm trying not to buy anything.
It's only like
Steam
$12
summer
or
sale.
something right now, I think.
It's $10, so that's why I'm like, maybe.
Tempting. But also don't. You got to save money for Cyberpunk 2077.
And I'm buying that Harvest Moon game, so.
Oh God! Well, see now you are you doing that? BattleTech. Don't buy Harvest Moon. Now.
I like BattleTech enough, like that whole universe. I'll keep playing it. We'll get past that, but
push through it.
It was like, hey, I was doing really awesome on like my third try, and then all of a sudden this dude just like, oh hey, one of your guys, like he just blew off his right arm and his right torso, and his cockpit is exposed, and you still have like 3 fights to go. It's like, well, I'm just gonna reload a save.
Hey, you lost. You lost everything. You guys just running underground with a submachine gun. You got 5 more fights to go. Guys, get ready. We'll be good. I feel that same way when I was playing XCOM 2. I've been playing a little bit more of that. Like, oh great. I just killed a giant orb that like has a psychic attack on it. Now you got to go open up this door. There's like 5 big guys in there too. Good luck.
Yeah, and if anybody on your team dies, you got to start over.
Yeah.
Cool.
I lost one in XCOM 2 the other day. I lost a boy. He died a good death.
Bummer.
If a good death was getting pulled by a giant snake person and then coiled up and eaten. If that's a good death, then he died a good one.
Sounds awful.
It was a rough way to go. That's what I wrote on his epitaph. That was a rough way to go. They have like the memorial wall of it. A rough way to go, my man. He went rough. It was not clean. You're playing a lot of guys. You're on what? The D&D got in you now, Jake? You're playing Divinity Original Sin now too? You gotta get those hex grids in.
There's not hex grids in Divinity.
Yeah, it's just action points and distance.
Yeah.
Those top down. There's a link there. Say something, Mary. What's it? What's the link between?
Well, they're making Baldur's Gate now, Larian Studios, and that's a D&D thing. So there you go.
That looks like a great game. They roll the dice right on your screen. You can watch as you fail. You get ones like we did the other day in D&D. You get lots of ones.
Like I heard it was a really good co-op game.
It is.
So I've been playing that. The dialogue system is really fucking cool in that game. How you can just kind of like jump into a conversation or just leave like whenever you want. And then there's parts of the conversation that branch over to the other person. It's pretty
There's
neat.
less of that in 2, and I was really disappointed. Like, there's a lot more conversation between your party in the first game.
That's been fun. I'm playing a battle mage.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I forget. Does Divinity Original Sin have those origin story things? I forget where you play the NPC characters.
Not really.
No.
Like, you can have NPC characters join in, but you don't have the set characters.
2 has that, right? Where you're like, and I think Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever is gonna have that too, where like you can select to play the NPC characters and you get a different storyline and stuff like that, or something like that. Okay. How far are you? Where you at? Tell me. Where you at? I've played quite a good amount of that game.
We joined the Fabulous 5.
Famous 5, okay.
Yeah, and we're doing the first mission for that. And we didn't know there was something that we should have grabbed that would make the last fight super easy. We did not know we needed to grab that.
Okay.
And we got stuck. And we're like, how are we supposed to kill this dude? And looked it up, and it's like, oh, there was an item in someone's house that we were totally supposed to grab.
Yeah.
So we haven't gone back to that, but I think we're gonna go back to that soon, because all we got to do is just go back to town, grab the thing, and then come back. So
I remember playing that, and then I had picked a class. I forget what it was. ranger or something like that was super underpowered and couldn't do anything, which was a shame. Felt like I was super underpowered in comparison to everybody else, at least the early game or whatever when I was playing. So,
Well, did you fuck up and not do Ranger Summoner? Because that's how you play Ranger.
I probably didn't. I have to go back. I have to go back and play that, finish that game at some point. I have that save still.
I need to go back to 2 with Gary. I'm just impatient. I hate waiting for him to like.
Same, yeah.
He'll be like, okay, well I could go do this, and then he'll like cancel out and try and do something else. I'm like, just move.
So yeah, that's what like we both were like. I don't know. We were running around. We had just gotten Skeleton Man, and me and Pop were just like, okay, we can never find a time to play again. I guess we're gonna stop here. And then, yeah. So at some point I'll get back to it. I like that game a lot. It has a funny sense to it. It's very humorous.
The one thing that makes me the story is the name of the counselor that you have to figure out if who killed him. Because his name does not fucking fit like the universe at all. Counselor Jake. It's like, excuse me? It's like this name does not fucking fit at all in this universe. And every time I hear it, it just... Who thought this was a great name? Who thought this was a good name for this guy?
You got guys like her or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's like...
And then it's like, hey, there's Jake over there.
Exactly. It's like, this doesn't fucking fit at all.
You got Gandalf. You got... I don't know what are Saruman, and you got Harry Potter. It's funny.
That's a cool game though. The writing's pretty good.
You'll have a good time. It's very fun.
My co-op partner and I accidentally picked the same voice actor for our voice lines.
Twins.
But it seems like they kind of accounted for that happening because they sound different enough. But you can tell it's the same voice actor doing like the same sort of character, right. But I don't know if they did separate lines for those or like they're like different reads or something. I don't know.
That's neat.
They might have a tone up or down on it. Like they just might
maybe
put it down one and put it up one. Let's see that. That's probably easiest. It's just tone it, certainly. Add a little pitch to it. Pitch it up.
Yeah, pitch it down. Yeah.
Boy, I'm excited for Baldur's Gate 3. That looks like a good game.
I'm excited for our Dark Alliance.
Okay. I see you. Out there. Speaking of Dark Alliance.
What?
I bought a copy of Quantum Break that I'm probably going to refund.
Okay, great. Whoa, why are you gonna refund Quantum?
Because it runs like shit. The mouse aiming updates at 30 hertz, regardless of your frame rate. So when you're aiming around, it's jumping around. Like I cannot aim with the mouse.
Oh yeah, I had to use a controller.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm getting my money back for that game. That's a sorry excuse for a PC port.
Yeah, that sounds broken.
I had a good time with it. You didn't play much of it, did you?
I got about 3 minutes into it, and I tried to figure out how to fix the aiming issue, and then I was like, nope. And I read around, it looks like you can't fix it, and I was like, well, fuck this.
It's true.
I'm not playing this with the fucking controller.
Did you ever get on the Control DLC, by the way?
I did. I haven't finished it. I've been working my way through it slowly.
I gotta finish that goddamn thing. I'm at the same place where
it's really cool. Like
yeah, it's really cool.
Because you're coming across like camps from the first people that went into the oldest house and like notes from the team and stuff.
It's fucking dope.
It's pretty awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
You'd make a fucking TV show with they good money to watch that.
I'd much rather watch a Control TV show than a Fallout TV show.
Oh my god.
Don't even talk to me about that Fallout TV show. Don't even insult me. It would not be playing on the TV behind me. Let's just say that much.
There's one other game I forgot to put on here. that I'm just gonna hard jump to.
Jump it.
I found out there's a mod for Portal 2 that is like a full story like thing that somebody wrote, and they got voice actors and shit, and they have a sound alike for J.K. Simmons as Cave Johnson.
Oh, weird.
And he's pretty close. Like I didn't realize it wasn't J.K. Simmons for a few minutes until I was like, wait, these are new lines. Like these aren't just like canned lines that they used from the original game. And I was like, listen a little bit more. Yo, okay, yeah, it's a sound alike. But like the production quality is really good, and the puzzles are kind of outside the box, I guess. Like I don't know if like everybody's played Portal, but when you first played through it, there's always like these kind of solutions that you think might work that aren't the way that it's actually supposed to work. And like if sometimes they work out and you feel like you cheated the system a little bit. Like, haha, I didn't solve this the way they wanted me to. That's how a lot of these puzzles are solved, is by thinking outside the box like that. Because there was one where there was this little elevator thing, and you had to stand on a button to make it come down. And then when you left off the button, it goes back up, and you have to get up there. And you get 2 boxes. And I was like, well, how the fuck do I do this? Turns out the button and the elevator are far enough apart where if you put one of the boxes in between the button and the elevator, stand on top of it, you can then pull the box off the button and then backwards crouch jump onto the elevator as it goes up, and then you have the box to put on the button up there and and open the door.
Oh my goodness.
That's how I solved it. I couldn't figure out another way to do it. And there was another one where you have to get off of a button. This was my solution on how to do it anyway. Is you get off of a button and then it starts closing a door, but you jump through a portal that puts you on the outside of that door, and then you run, and as it's closing, you have a little bit of a window to shoot a portal into the room onto this wall. And I had to do it like 4 times, and then I did it, and it's like, hey, good job. Or the one where I had to exploit the physics system a little bit. Because there's the blue goo that makes you bounce, like... The only way I was able to figure this part out was I just saw this is a big wall, the wall that like destroys blocks and stuff and like deletes your portals. Mm-hmm. Had to jump on that, and it only went a little bit, not high enough to get over it to shoot a portal, but I tried it and I did some like air strafe kind of surf bullshit, and I went just a little bit higher and I was able to shoot the portal. I was like, I don't think that was meant to be that, but it worked.
Well,
and the rest of the puzzle seemed to work, like, along with that, so.
I mean, that's sometimes the best part about puzzle games is when you find the little things, like the workaround, where it's like, they did not expect me to be able to do this, but it works. Like, what was it? The Witness or whatever, some of their puzzles you can work around in that way, too, where it's like, that's not the way they thought you would do that, but you can definitely do it that way. That's neat.
I should probably say the name of the game. It's called Portal Stories, Mel. And it's just on Steam. It's free. You can just download it.
Huh. Cool.
So it's pretty awesome. Because it's set like super, super early aperture science. So everything's like super low tech, and you're testing in like sea cans and shit. And the portal gun looks different. It's all old. It's like a yellow tube. It's like not even like really stylized or anything. It's got a paper clip on one end. It's like
That's
busted.
goofy.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, enjoying that a lot. That's been pretty awesome.
Okay. Cool. Anything else from everybody else here on games they played? Jake, I'm going to allow you now, in this moment, to say what you want to say about the biggest announcement of video games for you in particular. The announcement of a new skate game.
Y'all doubted me. Every year, I kept the faith.
I really never thought it would happen.
Y'all doubted me. Y'all motherfuckers doubted me. I always got made fun of. They're making another skate game.
They got another skate game.
And they got the community manager from the first 2.
What an odd way to announce that, though. Wouldn't you like, if you're going to do it, you got to get like go big, man.
I don't know if he was community manager, but he kind of served as a community manager. This was way back before that was like even a thing. This was like in 2010 or something when they added the whole you can upload videos to the internet part. Guy's name is Cuz Perry. And like when I saw the skateboard wheel in the back, and I'm like, holy shit, it's Cuz. What the fuck? Which leads me to believe that this isn't the mobile game that somebody brought up a while ago.
Yeah, how did that happen? It was like they had reached out to a band or something.
No, they reached out to Jason Dill, who's a professional skateboarder who was in Skate 2, I believe. And they were trying to use his likeness for the mobile game. And he told them to fuck off, and then nobody wanted a stupid skate mobile game. It's pretty awesome.
Fair. I mean, that's not what nobody wants a skate mobile game.
I mean, yeah, he's right. So,
like, I don't even care if it's not a numbered sequel. I've said this for a while. Give me a Skate 2 remaster with the trick system for free, and I'm happy. You make it on PC. And it's happening. It might not be out for a couple more years, but it's happening.
Yeah. I hope it's good.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
That was a couple weeks ago, or else you would have gotten to see my actual hype.
Hype. I should have got on Discord with you and recorded you screaming into a microphone after that was announced. That's what I should have done. I did with Mary when Final Fantasy 7 got announced.
Yeah.
Skate.
Or when they showed The Wolf Among Us Season 2 at Game Awards. And I literally jumped out of my chair. It was like jumping around.
Is that coming out? Is that this year?
I don't know, but they're still working on it. Apparently it was like almost done.
I mean, it had to be almost
or
done.
most of the work was done on it already, and they just needed to go through it or something. But I don't think it's gotten a date yet.
They have not gotten a date yet. Well, with all this, I mean, first off, oh boy, I feel bad for, I guess, Telltale is doing that? The new Telltale?
Yep.
I feel bad for them, like having to rebuild the studio and then like immediately turn towards the new big Wolf Among Us during coronavirus. Woo, that's a challenge. I wonder that's no word on it, huh?
I'm looking at some article, and it says a leak from a Reddit user who previously shared information on Telltale is reporting that the game will land somewhere in 2021. So.
That makes sense.
Like March, like Q1 probably somewhere.
I think we know all the games that are coming out this year. I don't think you're getting a lot of surprises.
I would say latest is like early Q2.
Right. Hey guys, E3 happened.
Sort of.
In like half-assed.
Not really.
Sort of halfway. Quasi.
Greg Miller's E3.
Greg Miller's E3.
We talked about the EA Play thing though last time, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how it was bad. Yeah.
You guys saved the skate for me? For me to be here? Aw.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
This upcoming, this week, there's going to be Devolver Digital, Ubisoft.
When's Devolver?
It is Saturday, July 11th, and Ubisoft is Sunday, July 12th. So
Saturday,
it may not happen before our podcast, but
I hope the Ubisoft one is a fun, goofy thing like it is every year for their stage show.
They got a lot of pressure on them this year. Somebody has to make a good conference this year. Gosh, I mean, somebody.
Yeah, their games that were going to come out this year got delayed, so they should show more on them.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Quarantine got delayed in favor of something else. Like they wanted to work on Wildlands or something.
That's probably
or Ghost Recon Breakpoint or whatever the fuck that game's called. Wildlands 2.
They delayed Watch Dogs too. That was supposed to be out this fall.
They delayed Watch Dogs?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it's still not out yet.
It was
Well,
kind
they're
of.
gonna do that Gods and Monsters thing, right? Like that was leaked already.
That Stadia leak, and yeah, it supposedly has a new name now, which they haven't announced. But yeah, they have
What?
stuff to show.
What if I don't want to ever touch Stadia again?
Well, don't.
Okay, well I won't.
Why did you touch it once?
It was a free 2-month thing. I wanted to play. What's the game with the robots and the digging?
SteamWorld Dig too.
Dig too, yes.
I think that was free on Stadia.
No,
too.
Do you not have that on some other platform?
I did
by
not
now?
have SteamWorld Dig 2, no. I have one. I played one.
I was actually.
Do you have
joking.
Twitch Prime? Because you probably have it on Twitch Prime. On Twitch, if you have Twitch Prime.
Oh god, I've been using Twitch Prime to play terrible Minecraft mod packs. I don't know. Let's take a look. Oh,
I'm pretty sure I own.
I have a
like,
ton of
SteamWorld
games on the
Dig.
Twitch launcher. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Way too many. Let's see here. SteamWorld Dig 2. I have SteamWorld Dig. I have Steel Rats. I have no SteamWorld Dig 2, unfortunately.
I think I have that free on like 3 or 4 services, like Origin, Epic, Twitch. I guess that's it.
I tend to not pick up multiples. If it's like, hey, this game's free on this platform, it's like I already own it on. I already own it on Steam. Why activate it here?
I do it just because the developer will probably get more money. So
True.
Is that true? I don't understand.
Oh, it's also on Game Pass, I think.
Okay.
So,
Good.
yeah.
Good. Man, I got Turok and Turok 2 on this. I should play some Turok.
It's
also,
weird. It's weird playing those original Turok games with a mouse and keyboard.
I bet.
It's weird. They're good ports. Don't get me wrong, but it's weird because they move really fast. And I don't know, like the fog is kind of weird. It's a weird throwback to a different time.
Giant bugs in Turok here. I forgot there were bugs in Turok 1.
I thought it was just dinosaurs in 1.
No, I mean, the first screenshot when I click on Turok 1 in my games library on Twitch is a giant bug man.
Oh.
So I believe.
But that's
Turok
where I played
2
SteamWorld Dig 2.
Okay.
On there. I have like 120 games on that launcher. It's weird.
I feel the same way about Epic, where I check in on my Epic thing every once in a while and go, "Wow, I got a lot of goddamn games on here. I got to play these Sherlock games finally. Get around to these Sherlock games finally. Got all the Batman games too. I got to play Arkham City at some point. Classic Arkham Knight. I apologize. So fucking many games. Anyway, news has been
We don't have to go super into detail. We can just kind of read the headlines for a lot of these.
I want to be very clear in that, like, the reason I'm talking about my game launchers and stuff is I don't know what to say for the last couple of weeks here. It's been a little rough. I'm just gonna read some headlines here. Jump in if you guys feel some.
I have a real quick question about something from quote unquote E3.
Go ahead.
Is that Yakuza turn-based game out in Japan already?
Yeah.
Like a dragon? Yes, it is.
Is there an English patch for it?
No.
Fuck. I'm not big into turn-based stuff until like sort of recently, and I saw that, and it's like, hey, we have a quote unquote mage who's just a dude in an oversized hoodie with a stick who throws sand in your face.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, that's all I needed to see.
All you need.
That's all I needed to see. It's awesome. It's like I instantly get the vibe of this game. I was like, okay, this looks awesome, and I really want to play that.
They fucking did such a good job with that, tone wise. I hope the combat's actually like enjoyable and doesn't get tired after a while. That's one thing I would say about Yakuza 0 when I played that was like, okay, yes, I've beaten up these same thugs 700 times. I don't want to kill these thugs anymore.
I still need to load up Yakuza 0 and go bowling.
Go bowling. Get that chicken. You know, he helps out with your real estate business. Real estate.
His name is Nugget. He has a
wild.
name.
Nugget.
Game is wild.
It's such a great game. Okay, I got one Kiwami or whatever downloaded. I should play that too.
I've got 0 and then Kiwami 1, I think.
I do. That's
Might
on
have
Game
2
Pass.
as well.
I gotta play I got so many good. I gotta play Kentucky Route Zero. I want to get that done. I got Life is Strange 2 done, so I can complain about it.
I bought a copy of that too.
Effectively.
Now that Life is Strange 2 is like complete because it was on sale.
Yeah, it's on sale.
I
bought
grabbed that. I was like, hey, I gotta be like in the right mood to play something like KRZ or Life is Strange.
It's such a I almost have to I have to set the mood. Like I gotta put on some music. I gotta sip a little brandy or something like that on the front porch for a while. Gotta get that. Come in. I gotta close the curtains a little bit, not too much, and then you're ready to go. It happens
Like,
every time.
Kentucky Route Zero is a game you kind of settle into after late fall, like in the evening, and it's getting dark early, and there's like leaves and shit falling outside. You just want to curl up with a blanket or some shit and just play some Kentucky Route Zero. I have to start completely over in that game. I don't remember a goddamn thing that happened in that.
It's very different. They've changed some stuff more than you would imagine. To say that is that somebody that played episode 1 of that at some point. It's very different.
I played 1 through 3, I think, and I skipped 4. I was like, well, they got 2 more left. I'm just gonna let them finish it, and then I'll start over again. It's a cool enough game where I don't feel too pissed off about having to start over.
I regret not buying the vinyl copy of their soundtrack. It was on I Am 8-Bit. Look that up.
Do you even have anything to play?
I do. It's right there.
Oh, okay.
Right there. See? There it is.
That silver unit up in the middle.
The silver one with the big knobs. We had an older one, but then they broke the stylus or whatever you would call it.
Needle.
And then it took to get the right one that would work with it. It was like $200. You're just like, I'm gonna go buy a new one. It was like, it wasn't even a classic. It was just didn't have any. It was one of those go on eBay, and eBay just has here's one of these old ones off of my thing. I'm gonna charge it $200 for. Anyway, that's another entire story. But it's the Jake, you probably know it. It's the horse logo. It's an all black vinyl, but then it's got the horse.
Oh yeah, the Equus Oils logo. Yeah. Okay, the big horse on the Pretty iconic though. First, the opening scene of the first act.
Oh, it's so glossy. It's very nice. I am 8-Bit. Check it out. I'm just gonna read these. If you guys want to jump in, listen. I'm not qualified to talk about a lot of this. We'll probably have Meso on at some point. I talked to him briefly about coming on.
Sure.
He's been in the fighting game community more than us, but I'm just gonna say Evo was canceled.
Evo's done. Yeah, basically,
done.
Even after this whole pandemic thing.
Yeah, it was going to be an online only event, but a lot of Me Too stuff has been coming out about the founder, one of the co-founders that runs it, and it's very sordid. If you want to look it up, go ahead, but it's messed up. Also, it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in the Smash Brothers community. A lot of people.
Straight pedophilia. I mean, that's
yeah, people coming out with what's happened to them with other players, and it's a mess. Yeah.
It's I'm not qualified to talk about it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's been a weird week.
I don't know much about the FGC, but I saw that people were actively calling for or actively hoping that Sonic Fox got quote unquote canceled.
Yeah, there's some weird anti-Sonic Fox thing going around too, which is weird.
Yeah.
When he's one of the better people now in that community.
I don't know much about the fighting game community, like I said, but I do know that by most accounts, Sonic Fox is a good dude.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those people that are trying to get him canceled or whatever are outside agitators, not necessarily having to do with the FGC. But
yeah,
like I said, I'm not heavily involved in it either. So yeah,
it's a strange situation. I don't think he did anything wrong. It was just people wanted to cancel him.
Yeah.
They were I hope Sonic Fox is next. I'm reading this. I'm like, that's really mean. Like, Jesus.
Like, not everybody who's involved with Skullgirls is terrible or whatever. Like, just because stuff came out about Mike Z doesn't mean everybody is like that. Like, it seems like there's basically a reckoning happening, and people are saying, hey, this stuff is messed up. We can't let this happen anymore. And hopefully things will change because of it. I mean, that's what they're trying to do, so.
So on that same thing, here we go. Let me read some of these out. It's not just the fighting game
Yeah,
community.
it's everything
the
in
whole,
video games
the
again.
whole industry.
So.
We got, what is it? Dying Light guy, Vampire Bloodlines developer, Chris Avalon. I don't know why that's. I don't know.
He's
Dying
a
Light.
writer.
I feel like he's more
Yeah.
known for some of his earlier stuff. Chris
but
Avalon.
he's worked on these 2 upcoming games, and after stories about him being an abuser / predator happened, these developers are now distancing themselves from him. Saying, I think even in Vampire's case, they're saying like we're not using any of his story ideas anymore. So, but yeah, it sucks to hear that people in the industry have been able to get away with stuff, and not a lot, but some of this is kind of gray area things that need to be basically investigated by these companies or a third party involved with these companies, and that's what it seems like they're trying to do. Ubisoft is in the middle of it right now. So is Insomniac. Mixer actually had a thing before it got announced that it's being shut down with racism as well. Like, it seems like there are a lot of people that are just saying like, hey, I have been mistreated in so-and-so way. Also with like Cards Against Humanity. Like, there's a ton of stories with different companies. Twitch streamers and Twitch staff are also involved.
You know, that guy, he's gone. Dr. Disrespect is gone.
Yes, yeah. But we don't know exactly why he's gone. But yeah. There's a lot of movement going on right now.
It's like not even in games, not even just in games. It's like there's shit coming out about like AEW and like the WWE mistreating people and like shit like that.
Movies, TV. I mean, that's
yeah, like Joss Whedon, which there's a lot of stuff happening because it's a time of social, like, I guess reckoning is the way to put it. I don't know. I'm not eloquent enough
people have been
to.
inside months now, right? Like quarantine. Just when you got that kind of stress, I feel like.
Well, I wouldn't blame quarantine. It's more just
blame.
yeah.
No, I'm just saying one of the reasons it would pushed maybe finally that it might have ignited some stuff there was people being inside.
Well,
more.
And also the whole Black Lives Matter protests, people seeking justice for that. I think a lot of people are now seeking like personal justice for injustices that they have suffered, especially through companies. Because like people should be held accountable if they're going to be in positions of responsibility. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on right now, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon. Yeah.
I mean, we have in our little Discord community, a like joke about each month, and it's just like the one I liked, the one that came up for July was just tell me what happened July. It's like it's been constant bad news for the last.
But I mean, like,
what do you want to call it?
It's been bad news for those people, and they've been suffering silently. And like, good for them. Like, they're trying to actually get change to happen. So that's good.
I also would like the idea of like, it's weird that we're turning to companies to do some of this to a certain extent. Like, we're turning to like these big corporations saying like, you need to do investigations when some of this should be probably handled by like I'm not saying the police, but some kind of government.
Well,
or,
like the
party,
police
yeah.
has done a great
oh
job.
yeah, I know.
Like,
We changed the whole, but like, there's.
and I'm sure
It's
some
a
of these
weird time.
cases have also involved like law enforcement agencies as well. We just may not know about them. But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
Yeah. Also, Microsoft is closing all of its retail stores. I didn't even know Microsoft had retail stores.
they do. They have
Microsoft
one
stores,
near
dude.
me.
I've never been in one. I've never seen one.
Never seen one. Never been. I was like, "What? You have stores?" Yeah.
I thought about going to one. We have like a fancy outdoor shopping mall called The Domain near where I live, and that's where they have the Microsoft store. And I thought about going there to try out like HoloLens or whatever, because I guess they had a display there. But yeah, they're closing all but 4 stores in basically big tourist centers. Like they're gonna have one in New York City, have one in London, I think Singapore, and I can't remember the last town. It's probably like Tokyo or something. But yeah, they're just going to be experience centers. So they're just going to show off like, here's all our fancy Microsoft shit, tourists.
Is it like a
they're not
Poke
gonna
Center?
sell. Yeah.
You get experience.
Like, I went to the Nintendo World store, like when I went to New York City, and they have like a neat little museum and stuff, but they actually sell things there too, like exclusive stuff. So,
Right.
But yeah, they're just going to be like, here's some Microsoft shit. I don't know.
You can buy Surface tablets
On
here.
our website. You
Yeah,
can
and you
try
pick them
it.
up here.
Well, not anymore. No, they're not going to be stores at all.
Oh,
anymore.
no.
Like, that's what they are right now, and nobody buys anything from them ever, so.
I am looking at this and I'm like, wow.
One thing nice, though, is that
Wow.
they're not firing anybody. Like, they're
Yeah,
offering
that's good.
transfers. So that's cool.
All the parts of the company. That's good. It looks like an Apple store. I don't like Apple stores. I would never
That's
go in one of
basically
these.
what it is, yeah.
I guess the only reason you would go in there is to activate a phone or something like that, or to get like tech support on a laptop or something. I really don't know.
Repair your cracked iPhone screen. Yeah.
We
No,
have,
not an iPhone. It's a Microsoft store. You gotta get
Oh.
the Windows tablet, Windows Edge.
we don't have an Apple store here, but we have a place called Simply Mac. I don't know if that's like it's got to be some authorized thing.
I think they
Oh,
do
yeah.
They're like a
partner
chain or
with like
something. Yeah.
some people.
You would almost have to. Probably not enough retail space in some places for those kinds of stores.
I got my headphone jack on my iPhone 6s Plus like repaired at just some like little mom and pop place.
Well, that's the good thing about the unlicensed repair places, because they'll actually fix it, and you won't.
Yeah.
They don't say they're not going to make you re-buy a brand new one.
Even if they're like quote unquote breaking some rules with Apple, like they'll actually go out there and pull screens off and stuff like
Yeah.
that, where they know how to do the actual work. Yeah, they're very good.
Shout
yeah,
out to
like if your
shout out to
warranty
Louis
is
Rossman.
expired.
Louis Rossman on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Rossman Repair Group.
Mm-hmm.
Does videos where he fixes MacBooks and shit. It's pretty good.
How do we get out of this night dark spell here, people? What's our news story that I'm going to be able to transition to? Let me talk to you about Crucible, the Amazon game.
Oh,
studio.
yeah, that happened.
That'll be our wrap up story. Have you ever seen a game release and then unrelease?
Artifact? Yeah.
Got him.
I feel like everybody's already kind of talked about like, I don't know, in the gaming sphere about like, yeah, Crucible. It's gonna be like Final Fantasy 14 or whatever, or like
What?
Anthem. They're gonna fix it. They're gonna take
Oh.
it out. They're gonna fix it. Big whole room out. And I'm like, there is nothing there. At least with Anthem, you had cool Iron Man suits. Crucible's got nothing.
Did you try it at all?
I have tried it. It's very boring. Exceedingly. There's just not like there's nothing. Like there's characters that look like Overwatch characters, I guess. But I just looked at it and went like, I don't want no part of this.
I mean, maybe they're just waiting for a new video game genre to take off that they can copy
immediately jump on,
a
right?
la
Yeah.
Fortnite, and like just add this popular game mode to their game and re-release it and instantly become a hit. Like, it's worked once, so...
I wonder what that reception of that Fortnite. They really released that, didn't they? At some point, as their own little like part of Fortnite, the original
The Save the
Fortnite.
World.
Yeah, Save the World.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
It exists. It's not in beta anymore. That was the newest like news story I saw about it. Like, it's a product now. I think there are going to be less frequent updates, which, yeah.
True. I've got nothing else. I don't know. It's a lot. Conergate is no longer accepting new games. That's a shame. I like Conergate a lot.
What?
Conergate, Conergate, Congregate.
Oh, Congregate.
Oh, the
Congregate.
flashback. Congregate.
Yeah, I call it Conergate. I don't know why. I've never actually pronounced that word, so it's kind of been one of those things where I've only said it to myself in my brain, like so. Conergate. Conergate.
That's not how you say it either.
Congregate.
Greg Gate.
Congregate. Is.
Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
Means come together.
Yes.
Come together.
But they spell it with a K, so.
Yeah, I know. My cover of the song from that Justice League thing. Come together right now over me.
From that.
Justice League thing. Yeah, I know it's another song. I wanted to do that to you. I just want to hit you with that one. Just bam. Working in the clutch there a little bit.
I didn't know they still existed, so yeah.
They were great. I have a lot of fond memories of that website. Playing.
Who cares as long as
Flash
Newgrounds still exists?
Wow. Okay.
Exists.
Who cares as long as itch.io still exists? I mean, really, at the end of the day.
Where else can I buy
there.
5,000 games for $6?
Of course. 5,000.
Nowhere. That's right.
Nowhere, man, because you can only get 1,600 something. Isn't that where it ended up at? Like, one was 2,000 or something like that? Final number?
Shit, I don't know.
A lot of games.
Yeah, there's a lot of games in that.
A lot of games. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got today for you, for all of us. I'm gonna go watch more Hamilton, probably. Make some hummus. It's been Rob's Baghdad.
Okay.
Anything else? Anybody else want to add?
No,
I want to finish so I can eat a hamburger. I need to up my iron levels, so I need to eat the meat.
Level up your iron. So RamsBaghdad.com is the website. We have a YouTube page. We got a Twitch page, twitch.tv/RamsOverBaghdad. We go live at 4 o'clock Eastern.
4:30.
4:30 Eastern on our Twitch page every Sunday. Sort of. And we talk. So come hang out. We have a good time. At Ramsbag is the Twitter account. We tweet sometimes about some stuff. We also have ramsbag@gmail.com as the email address. You can
That nobody
send us
checks.
questions.
We haven't checked it in years.
I check it. Sometimes we get a lot of spam about penis pills.
I mean, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? We got. I mean, it's a lot though. I mean, it's frighteningly large amount of that. Yeah, I check it. I didn't see anything in there. It's been a. Let's look right now. Join me in this journey. We got nothing. There you
go. Okay.
Except we got something here with the United Emirates, which is a whole different thing. United Arab Emirates is reaching out to us about great business opportunities. Thank you to United Arab Emirates about that.
Don't click any links.
Say United Arab Emirates.
United Arab Emirates. Yep.
I mean,
I was intentional too.
I mean, it's accurate, but
It was attention.
A desert.
Desert. Yeah. Anything else I have to link? Where can people find you guys online? Do you have a Twitter account? Do you have a?
I do, but I never use
Nobody
it.
wants.
great.
Nobody wants to
At
follow me
Mary
on Twitter.
T-Meyer.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm in the Discord with everybody, but not often enough lately.
She's gonna play Minecraft. Mary,
I
play
don't want to. I don't
Join
want
the
to.
server. Gonna get you in there at some point. Don't worry.
I'm resisting.
Shake anywhere? You're on Twitter, aren't you?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
At Internet Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
That other account is still around.
I know.
Even though Twitter said that they were going to start deleting old unused accounts, they never did, and that was like back in December.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready to pounce on that fucking thing though. When I read that, I was like, "Oh, I'm getting that motherfucker finally."
Finally, gonna get it. Keep an eye open on that. Keep the sniffer to the ground. You're gonna get it
Okay.
eventually. I'm at that. Also at Seen Anything Good Lately, where I live tweet terrible things I'm watching. So you can come there and watch stuff there where I live tweet terrible TV shows. I only do that because it's saved to my phone, and I sometimes mistake my phone for my Twitter account, and I never notice, and then I'm tweeting things that I shouldn't be tweeting on the Seen Anything Good Lately or on the Doubt. It's a mess. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. This has been episode 104.
200.
204 of Rounds of Baghdad. Wish you all a wonderful holiday weekend. We'll see you all again next week.
Maybe.
Keep living that life. Keep fighting the fight. Stay frosty. Snap into a Slim Jim and crack a cold one. We'll see you next time.
All right.